Test. All right. It's Friday, the 24th. This week has been a bit of a weird week. Price action the last couple of days was just weird. The beginning of the week as well, but I mean it made a little more sense with the sweep. But I mean the second half of this week, in hindsight, of course, it always looks like it makes sense. Even like looking at it right now. Um, but just smaller time frames, especially during the New York sessions, it has been weird. It was this Wednesday we had just a continuation. We left the overnight lows, didn't really retrace into anything. With that momentum, you would have think we would have gone for the previous week high, but we didn't. And then I tried to go in on the PM session and I got absolutely chopped up. Now my bias ended up being overall right, but the smaller time frame within here was just chopping like crazy. This is the executions I took that day. I bought here, it got stopped low. Then I said, okay, we gotta go lower. Sold, got stopped again. We had that shift internally. I thought we were going for external again, higher as the day was overall bullish. And then I got stopped again. Then that's when I realized, okay, my bias was right. So we want to go short term lower to continue higher. And I sold half position as I had already lost on the day. Then I got in and I set my second half position when I saw the second leg of the distribution. And then the market just came back and stopped me out at break even. Luckily, I was break even, but stopped me out at break even though we had these internal lows here, equal lows. Like it was just a nasty day. And then on when was this? On Thursday, we had a 4 hour inversion. So once again, I wanted these clear lows to be swept. And this is low resistance liquidity normally, so it would make sense. But then we just also being that was those were the overnight lows, the London lows as well. With these London lows, and the market just said nope. So I mean, basically, I feel like in hindsight, this is really just we're just building extreme sell side to take internally once we attack this previous week high. But it's just weird this momentum that we carried throughout the middle of the week, and we just haven't hit the previous week highs. But with that said, I mean, my game plan for today. It was yesterday. I didn't trade. I just saw this chop. We had the president speaking, so I just said, you know what, I was on for a while, but it was I pretty much knocked out. Um, so for one, I'll say this: after the Wednesday losses I took, it's nice to sort of take a breather, at least 1 or 2 days. Um, I don't know, you just come back, you feel refreshed, you don't really feel the losses at all. It's like today, I feel ready to get back into it, but also patient, like understanding it's Friday. We've had a decent retracement already on the weekly basis, over 20%. So I don't see us going retracing lower, especially with this previous week high here. And we are respecting a 4 hour buy side imbalance at the moment. But we have news right now at 9:45, red folder news. Well, PMI, which I mean is really hit or miss, honestly. But with that said, just looking at how this week has been overall, ideally I want to get into a buy. I want to attack this previous week high. However, I am gonna wait for at least a 4 or 1 hour sell side sweep if I am to even consider getting in, just because it seems like whenever we want to have that continuation run, we just I don't know, the market has just been a little faulty this week. And should we attack this previous week high early in the session this week? I mean, right now, then potentially I look for like a sell, but I'm just gonna be very cautious today. No rush. Just take the small losses that I took this week. I think it was like a was it like 1.2% loss, which is fine overall. Still net profitable on the accounts. Um, and as I've learned, like it's just much better to take your time. There's no need to rush it with these accounts. Sometimes I feel like we start to feel rushed just because it's like technically easy money. These accounts are pretty cheap, so you can get caught up in just thinking, oh, you know what, I'm gonna reset them or whatever. If just like silver bullet shot. If I Flip these accounts, screw it. If not, I'm gonna just reset. But it's that constant trap that you get stuck in that stops you from progressing, honestly, in the long term. You gotta be willing to take your hits and figure out how to climb back up. And that usually tends to be with patience and slowly and, um just staying mentally fortified. Like if you're really looking to do this long term, you gotta be willing to learn and understand that you're gonna constantly take losses, and you have to always be mentally ready to start climbing back. If you want to be managing big accounts and, five, six, seven digits, you have to know how to take your losses, how to lose money, and how to not let that affect you in the long run. And, just keep climbing. But yeah, that's my game plan for today. I want to see a big sell side sweep before even considering getting into a position, especially with these news. Um, but yeah, we'll see what happens.